You can increase success on Amazon by using relevant keywords in your Amazon product listing. And by doing so, the shoppers will be able to find and buy your product over competitors. And in this video, you will learn how you can use Helium 10's magnet tool to find hundreds of relevant keywords and how to narrow down to the keywords which you could use on your Amazon product listing. And in this video, we'll be using Helium 10. You will find the link below and coupon codes in case you would like to sign up with them and try them.
Hi Shivali, excited to have you with me here today on OrangeClick YouTube channel to talk about one of the, I think, most popular Helium 10 tool called Magnets. You're going to show us a few tips and tricks how to use it better as an Amazon seller. But as always, before we start, could you first tell us a little bit about yourself and then also introduce Helium 10 briefly for those who are not familiar with you yet?
Absolutely. So hello. We're glad to have you. My name is Shivali Patel. I'm a brand evangelist at Helium 10, as well as an Amazon seller who sells books and physical products on Amazon. Now, Helium 10, if you don't know, is a software solution for Amazon sellers, Walmart sellers, and those of you who are just really looking to scale on as you sell. And so we have everything from product research to keyword research to listing optimization, operations, marketing tools, and there are over 30 plus tools. So while we can't cover all of them, we are quite excited to talk about Magnet today to show you how you can do keyword research simply by using one keyword that maybe you have in mind. It's your main keyword, and you can still end up finding a lot of different themes that maybe you want to incorporate into your listing or into your graphics.
Okay, sounds good. Actually, good that you mentioned graphics. I think right now it's quite popular strategy that a lot of experts are talking about how to incorporate keywords, especially to the main image, to kind of connect better with the I wanted to say sellers, but with the buyers.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I do think that when you're doing your keyword research, it's a great way for you to understand what people are looking for. And so if they're typing it into the search bar, of course, think about yourself as a consumer. When you're typing something into Amazon, what are you really looking for? Let's say you are typing in a longer tail keyword, as opposed to somebody typing in office, you're typing in something like white marble keyword mat. And that is a lot more specific. You have something very precise in mind that you want to purchase. But if you go in and you're taking a look at the search results, you're more likely to click on something that has, first of all, that exact long tail keyword, but also those images are convincing. They really showcase it's exactly what you have in mind. And so a great way to understand what you want to do, even for your graphics, is by doing your keyword research ahead of time and making sure it's really well aligned with your strategy, from your bullet points and your description, your A+ content, to your title, and what the consumer is just actually looking for. So you're not just driving traffic to your listing and then just having them all kind of fizzle out. You want to actually convince them to purchase.
Okay, yeah, good insight. Very good. Yeah, let's go into it. I think you're gonna demo us a little bit the tool, so we're excited to see what you can teach us today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're inside of Magnet. I will mention we do have 2 keyword research tools. We also have Misspellinator to find those misspellings that people type in. And we have Cerebro, which is our reverse async keyword research tool. We've actually done a video on this before, so make sure you go watch that if you haven't. But this is going to allow you to take product identifiers and put them in and find keywords that are related to those products. For Magnet, you are going to be taking a look at keywords. So let's say that this product right here is our product or niche that we are interested in. This is our Project X test listing, Manny's Mysterious Oddities coffin shelf. It's a bookshelf, although I have seen people use it as a tray as well, or just for storage. And when we go inside of Magnet, what I'm going to do is just type in coffin shelf. And we do have a autocomplete that you'll be able to use, and click Get Keywords. I'm going to click Run New Search because I've looked this up before. So once we type in a keyword, we have coffin shelf inputted and you get the output. You can see that we have 760 filtered keywords. And so for this single keyword, now you have a lot of additional information, right, guys? You will be seeing ABA, total click share, and conversion share if you are brand registered and you have that connected to your Helium 10 account. So not everyone might be able to see this information, but if you do, that's awesome. It's just one additional metric you have to utilize to understand whether or not you want to use a particular keyword or key phrase. And then you have keyword sales, Magnet IQ score, which is going to be a ratio of your search volume and your competing number of products. You have your search volume trend, which is great for understanding if something is on the increase for searches or on the decline, especially let's say that this product particularly is great for Halloween, right? Yes, we sell it year round, it's evergreen, but at the same time, there are going to be specific keywords we are more interested in for Halloween. You have your suggested PPC bid, sponsored ASINs, competing products, CPR, which if you don't know is a really, really useful metric because this is going to tell you how many products you have to give away at a discounted rate over the course of 8 days to rank on the top half of page 1. And so when we see something like, let's say 27 right here, right? What is this telling me? It's telling me that I need to sell at least 3 to 4 units every day for 8 days to make sure I'm ranking on the top half of page 1 for home decor and furniture. Now, this is a lot broader than I would like it to be, right? This is not something I wouldn't necessarily want to opt for. But for the sake of this example, let's pretend that it is something that we want to go for. Then what this means is every day when I run my PPC campaigns, I could actually pause that campaign after I've sold 3 or 4 units. And so this is a great way for you to go in and maybe find keywords that are relevant that you do want to rank for, and then understand when you can pause your campaign, save a little bit of money, and still rank at the top half of page 1. And of course, make use of the search volume that is presented for that keyword. Now, something I really want to talk about inside of Magnet is the word frequency. Lisette and I were talking about root words not too long ago and the importance of root words. Well, this is what we're taking a look at here for root words. And you might be wondering, well, what's the importance of that? Or why might I consider word frequency? What even is this? Well, from these 760 keywords, right, there's going to be some keywords that appear over and over again in these phrases. And so this is telling me how many times a particular word appears. For example, decor is showing up 260 times out of the 760. You have the word coffin showing up 163 times out of 760. You have Gothic showing up 143. But this is going to give me general themes and words that I will want to incorporate into my listings, make sure that they really get in there. So that way, when we are running our PPC campaigns for phrase match, maybe, then you will be able to show up for a lot more keywords and key phrases. And so this is really, really important, guys. I would go in and make sure you're taking a look and you're at least giving it some consideration, making note of them, and then utilizing them inside of your actual listings. Outside of that, you do also have title density for Magnet. And so title density is going to just tell you how many pages on, or how many products, excuse me, on page 1. So if I'm taking a look at this page right here, it's going to tell me how many of these products have that keyword that we were looking at inside of the title. So for example, all of a sudden I moved into Cerebro, here's Magnet. We have 11 right here for what keyword? Gothic home decor. So Gothic home decor appears in 11 of the products on this keyword page, okay? And why is that important? Well, it's going to help you understand how easy or difficult it is to rank for something. And so when you are using Magnet, maybe you're using it in product research. Maybe you're using it in trying to validate that product idea. Well, you can go in, take a look at title density, and get a feel for, well, how much effort am I really going to have to give, or how much money or how much capital, right, you will need to put into your PPC to actually rank for your keywords. So maybe you're ending up seeing that the title density is a little bit more dense. And so you're seeing 11 or you're seeing 20 or whatever the case may be. This is not the case for this specific niche because we have a very specialized niche. But if you do end up seeing something like that, then you can go in and say, all right, this is not a product I necessarily want to go after. Or maybe you can say, this looks a little bit easier. I think I'll be able to rank for these. if I can get out my product in a timely manner, my competitors don't change up their strategy too much. Of course, it's a gamble. Some things could change, but that's why it's important to go in and do your keyword research frequently. Just go in time to time, make sure that you know the layout of your land and that you're keeping up with it. You just want to, the same way that you would mow the lawn if you had a yard, it's the same exact thing. You're mowing the lawn when it comes to your Amazon listing by keeping up with this exact keyword layout. So you have these filters at the very top just to help you kind of break down the 760 filtered keywords. Of course, it's not really feasible for you to put in 760 keywords into your listing, but you can go in and just narrow things down. So as we were talking about earlier, maybe you want to go in and only have phrases containing a certain thing, right? Like for coffin shelves, maybe we only want keywords with coffin. Maybe we want to exclude phrases that are containing things related to Halloween because we're not quite ready, or maybe we are ready and we want to go in and put in some words that we know are going to start peaking. Maybe we want to see a certain amount of keyword sales for our keywords, right? And this is where you can really go in and save some of that time as opposed to opening up each one and seeing whether or not it's something that's going to be relevant. Go ahead and use these filters, narrow it down, and then start opening them up for relevancy to make sure that there are keywords you want to go after. So that's just a really brief rundown of Magnet. As you can see here, this is not going to be a coffin shelf per se, but we do have one coffin shelf that's showing up here. So maybe this is something that we want to go ahead and test out for a time, and you'd be able to do that. You'd be able to find that using Magnet.
Cool. Thank you so much for the walkthrough of the tool. I think I have one question before we wrap up with this video regarding languages, because also one thing sellers concentrate more and more is, or actually they understand better that, for example, if they sell on US marketplace, there is actually a Spanish-speaking community as well. So does Magnet give Amazon sellers also keywords which are in another language? Let's say, I don't know if in the example of coffin shelf, you would have any relevant Spanish keywords, but would those keywords show up in the tool as well?
Could you just...
So for example, so for example, if you use Magnet tool and you insert the keywords coffin shelf, and let's say if there are any relevant Spanish keywords, would those show up in the tool as well?
So they would. I recommend doing both Cerebro and Magnet to make sure you have the best picture for those Spanish keywords. I have found time to time you would find them inside of Magnet as well. What's really cool, you can also find misspellings. You can find outside of Spanish keywords as well. If they're super popular, they have sufficient search volume. And so those things can be great for, of course, incorporating into the back end of your listing if you don't necessarily want to have them in the front side of your listing. But you can also use them for your PPC strategies, because those, I believe, would be those keywords that your competitors might not be actually going after.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again. As you mentioned before, Helium 10 actually has so many different tools for Amazon sellers to help them along the journey from starting selling products to growing their business. So we will leave all of the important links in the video description as well, so you can go ahead and learn more about the other tools, and also watch other videos we have recorded with Shivali and other members of Helium 10 as well on our YouTube channel. So thanks, and I hope to see you soon again.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
I do hope this quick tutorial was useful for you, and now you know how to find the relevant keywords and narrow down to those keywords which you could use in your Amazon product listing. If you also want to use Helium 10's Magnet tool, you will find the link below in the description, also coupon codes. And if you enjoy what we create, don't forget to click like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And now I would like to invite you to watch more videos about Helium 10, which will teach you about different Helium 10's tools in their suite. And all of them help you to grow your Amazon business. Enjoy.